We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day, a beautiful day, a beautiful day, a beautiful day.
Wasn't expecting to hear from you again, man.
Wow, you sound disappointed.
I'm just surprised, that's all.
Dude, have you seen that movie, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
Yeah, it was definitely in my top that year. I probably was in my honorable mentions. I saw it in theaters. Wesley had gotten us free tickets, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you seen the documentary Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Also saw that in theaters, and that was my number one movie of that year.
Wow, dude, I'm surprised you don't even remember that we watched it together.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Uh,
We
in
did.
what circumstance?
That was whenever I was living in Tennessee.
I mean, I didn't watch it with you. I watched it with Lori.
Well, maybe no. We all watched it together. I remember.
I know Lori had seen it before me, so maybe you went with a group that
You know
didn't
what? Yeah,
include
you're
me.
right. You're right. Yes. Okay.
What did you say?
It was a group. It was a group.
What did you say right before that?
I said you're right that we
Oh, okay.
excluded you.
Hey, I was bringing home the bacon, dude. Just getting that college
Yes.
debt
Okay.
down.
Now I remember. It
Now
was a
you
group
remember.
of us. It was a group
Yeah,
of
it
us.
was everybody but me, I think.
Yeah, you
But
had to work.
Lori liked it so much that she was like, "You got to see it," and we went in the afternoon. I remember, I remember that afternoon so well. I remember having a nosebleed. Powerful, powerful, powerful movie. And so it's I talked to you about watching trailers over and over again.
Uh-huh.
That's a trailer I watch over and over again.
For
And it's got
Won't
this,
You Be My Neighbor?
yeah, yeah, the documentary one, yeah. I remember so much from that trailer. In the movie, of course, too. I love this moment that you can see in the trailer if you don't have time to watch the movie, which everybody should. But this little girl says to Mr. Rogers, she says, "I like you," and everybody kind of laughs. You know, the adults in the room kind of laugh
Yeah.
because it's cute, and he kind of starts to laugh too. But then, like, you see his face switch, and he gets really serious, and he looks her in the eye, and he touches her shoulder, and he says, "I like you too. Thank you so much for telling me that," because like he had that mind where he looked at children as people, and he understood them, and he understood in that moment just very quickly that, oh, she's just going to understand this as a whole room laughing at her for speaking, from her heart. And so he just, it's so beautiful, man. You should just go back and look at that moment where he clocks that and then changes course and takes her very seriously.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best documentaries uh,
Ooh, yeah, yeah, it gives me chills.
to be released in the past decade or so. And the movie, and the reason why it was on my mind is because I've been watching clips of it, and
Uh huh.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the
Uh
movie
huh.
and the documentary. But I was just watching some clips of it, and I love how the movie, although it has Mr. Rogers, it wasn't really a about him, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, it's about that general
Um,
state.
yeah, and that was surprising to me.
It was good
And
writing, yeah.
absolutely, what did you think of Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers?
It's the kind of biopic casting that you don't seem to get as much anymore. It's something like you would see a lot in classic film eras, where you just get someone cast in the role that just evoked the person,
Yeah,
rather than the realism obsessed kind of thing we do today, where you try to get someone, which is fun too, but you try to get someone that just kind of nails the appearance. Oh, by the way, I told you about Anya Taylor-Joy playing Joni Mitchell.
yeah.
Um, it's actually going to be, I heard, like a similar to Love and Mercy, and Meryl Streep's going to play the older version of Johnny Mnemonic.
What? Oh
That's
my
what I read.
gosh.
I mean, would
Wait,
that not
who's
be cool?
who's
Cameron
directing it?
Crowe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cameron Crowe
Oh my
writing and directing.
god. Dude, could this oh my gosh. Could this get him his Oscar? Has he won?
Wait, yes, I never looked it up. You know, I'm betting he's been nominated for writing, but I don't know.
He's been
Um,
nominated. I think he was nominated for Almost Famous. You know what? I'm gonna look it up because this is the second time
yeah,
that
look it up and look it up and ask yourself this question that Fred Rogers asked himself at the end of the documentary. I'll never forget this, man. His wife was testifying about his deathbed, and she said that he said, "Do you think I'm a sheep?" And he was referring to that parable that Jesus tells about the sheep and the goats. Do you think I'm a sheep? Wow. Wow. Try asking yourself that question.
well,
She was
thank
like,
you.
if anybody's a sheep, you're a sheep. But he wouldn't be a sheep if he thought he was a sheep, for sure. You know what I'm saying? If he said, I'm definitely not a goat, then he would be a goat. It's like the tax collector and the Pharisee in the other parable Jesus tells, and the Pharisees saying, "Thank God that I'm not like that tax collector, that sinner," and the tax collector's beating his chest and saying, "Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner." It's so good, man. It's a
Well, there,
very
there you
Christian
go,
movie.
folks. There you go, folks. That's your episode of TED Talk for the day.
And now you don't got to go to church next week.
There you go. So he was nominated 3 times and he won for best screenplay for Almost Famous.
What were the other two noms?
Best picture for Jerry Maguire and best screenplay for Jerry Maguire.
That's so awesome, yeah. Jerry Maguire needed some love. That's a beautiful screenplay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cl- classic lines, man. Classic lines.
Oh yeah, he
And
could write them.
a part of me thinks that they probably, because of how classic that those lines are, they probably felt bad that he didn't win it for that. So that's why it was just the easiest
I
choice.
thought Almost Famous was before Jerry Maguire. I got it mixed up, I guess.
No, Jerry Maguire was before Almost Famous.
Okay, so yeah, he got that sympathy Oscar there. I wonder
But
what beat Jerry Maguire for the screenplay. But you know, he. So I read that the movie Singles I was talking to you about the other day that he wrote
uh
was the inspiration for the television sitcom Friends.
really?
Yeah, and they were like, "Hey, we want to turn this into a show," and he was like, "No, no, no, I don't want you to." And they ended up doing it anyway. And his mom said he said his mom would always kick him about it. She said, "All you had to do was sign the paper. You could be living in a castle." And he's like, "I'm happy with my decisions."
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense though. I never saw the comparisons before, but let me see. So that year, I'm looking up that year for best adapted screenplay. Sling Blade won. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Sling Blade won for screenplay.
For adapted, no, but
That's
for original, where Jerry Maguire was competing.
uh
Try to guess which movie. It's one of the most famous movies, and it makes sense why this one
wait,
won.
what year is this?
This is 1997 Oscar year. So
1997 and won Best Original Screenplay. I have no idea, man. You just gotta tell me.
so Fargo beat out Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, I mean that's a good script.
Yeah, it beat it out. So it does make sense.
The Coens can write.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty stacked year. I think a Lone Star was there as well. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, Lone Star was on there too. But
That's kind of Coen brothery itself.
yeah, it is. But that gets me excited, man. Meryl Streep, Anya Taylor-Joy. Are we looking at some Oscar nominations for both of them? Will they compete as Best Actress, or
Could
will
be
one?
interesting. Could be interesting.
I don't know.
Um,
I feel like, especially in the past decade or so, they just kind of nominate Meryl Streep for anything. You know?
well, yeah, I mean it's not for nothing, but yeah, it does become one of those things where It's like who's that woman that's always getting nominated for best original song? Is it Warren? Diana
I
Warren,
think
maybe?
Diane Warren or something.
Yeah. It's like okay, what are we doing here? But Streep is good. But I was talking with my neighbor the other day, and he was like, I don't get the Streep hype. And I was like, well, the fact is, I think she's great, but she is one of those like a De Niro or Pacino where they do these things that are kind of supposedly transformative roles, but they're always kind of bringing their ticks and their own personality to it. It could, I mean, they kind of fall into these rhythms of Streepness and
Yeah.
De Niro-ness.
Do you think, talking about awards and everything like that, do you think that this is going to be the year that PTA finally wins a director or a picture or a screenplay?
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my goodness, dude. If I had a nickel for every time you asked me that. Um, yeah, I think so, man. I
This
think
is the
this is
year?
it. Yeah. And you can quote me on that, okay?
Okay, this is the year. All right. Well, out of the three, which one do you think it's going to be?
Out of the three categories,
Yeah. If,
director, picture, and writer,
no, but if he were only to win one, which one do you think he has the strongest chance?
director.
Director? Yeah, I think it's time, man, dude. Like, I'm seriously considering boycotting the Oscars if he doesn't win an award.
What
Like,
is wrong with you? We
I,
don't need him to win an award.
dude, he's he's oh my gosh, he's on the scale of Tarantino
I'm gonna
or
sit you and Will Smith in
Scorsese.
a corner together, and you guys can watch the Oscars together.
Okay, that's fine. No,
You imagine
you're like,
watching it. You're on a couch with Will Smith watching the Oscars. What are you guys even talking about?
dude, and and he makes like a sudden movement, and I just like cover my
Oh,
face, you know?
yeah. Hey, I don't want to bring it up, Bill, but what was that like?
Dude, what were your thoughts when that happened? Did you watch that live or
I
no?
watched that live. Yeah, and well, I was like confused. Was this part of the show? Yada yada yada. I mean, because the stuff that you watch, if you rewatch it on YouTube now, it was not like that. Like they've got this super clean, unedited version of it, but it was like confusing in the moment to me. But I actually feel like I predicted it, you know, because I remember on the red carpet, him and his wife are there, and I was like, because Macbeth, the movie, was nominated that year and everything. I was like, she's like Lady Macbeth, and I just kind of said that out loud to Lori, and that's not really that's not really fair because I don't know what all was going on with that stuff, but I mean, he's the one who did it. But yeah, it was like she's like, you gotta, be the king, man. But yeah, that was pretty nuts.
I
Keep
remember
my Go ahead.
I was watching it, and it was me and Vera were watching it,
Oh snap!
and it happened, and we looked at each other, and we're like, "What?" And Vera runs to the kitchen because Vanessa's in the kitchen. She's like, "Come look! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" She's like, "What?" And so I had to rewind it, right? And I showed it. We all thought it was fake, man. It seemed like it was fake at first.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just like maybe this is part of the show, because Chris Rock. I mean, but it wasn't until you saw him kind of like reeling from it, because it's almost like he thought it was like a joke
Yeah.
at first until Smith started yelling at him, and he's like, "What the?" I mean,
Hey,
it's almost like if Smith had sat down and was just like laughing still, I think Chris would have thought like the hit was still a joke, even though it probably stung a little bit. He probably would have been like, "That's showbiz, baby."
yeah, I think people would have thought it was
I
like a what, like a little skit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even for Chris, I think the yelling kind of hurt him more than the hit itself. Like,
Mm. All right,
but
dude. Well, hey,
it's like, oh, okay, I'll see you, man.
all right, I gotta go.